Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I am coming to you live from Victory Field in Watertown, Massachusetts, here to bring you this Lou Tompkins All-Star League A-Division semifinal matchup. Today's game pits second-seeded Brookline against third-seeded Waltham. This will be the fourth time this year these two teams will have faced off. Waltham swept the regular season series. They won both regular season matchups by an identical score of 3-1 both times. But then earlier this week, Brookline hosted them in the Tournament of Champions and came away with the win 6-4. Every single game has been separated by just 2 runs so far this year, every single one, and I expect this to be just as close of a contest with everything on the line. We're almost ready to get underway, so let's take a look at the starting lineups. With Waltham, the lower seed, they are going to be the visiting team today. So starting lineup for Waltham, leading off, the second baseman, number 23, Nick LaForest. Batting second, playing left field, will be number 2, Connor Scafidi. Batting third and manning the spot behind the plate for Waltham will be number 5, Ian LaForest. Batting fourth, the right fielder, number 8, Trent Fucci. Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 13, Dylan Mullane. Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 12, John Engelhardt. Batting seventh, the center fielder, number 9, Tyler Chiasson. Batting eighth, the extra hitter, number 10, Travis Tyrone. Batting ninth, the shortstop, number 4, Will Curley. And then rounding out the lineup in the 10th spot, the designated hitter, number 6, Cody Eaton. And starting on the mound for Waltham today, but without a spot in the batting order, will be number 16, Michael Cobb. So that is the starting lineup for Waltham today. Nick LaForest at second, Scafidi in left, Ian LaForest behind the plate, Fucci in right, Mullane at first, Engelhardt at third, Chiasson at center, Tyrone the extra hitter, Curley at short, Eaton the designated hitter, and Cobb on the mound. And now, as we finish up the warm-ups out here in the field, let's take a look at the starting lineup for the hosting second-seeded Brookline team. Leading off for Brookline today and playing right field, number 0, Andrew Silverman. Batting second, the first baseman, number 10, Eli Rothman. Batting third, the left fielder, number 12, Daniel Villa. Batting cleanup and playing shortstop, number 6, Jack Martell. Batting fifth, playing center field, number 11, Brage Golding. Batting sixth, the extra hitter, number 2, Charlie Engelman. Batting seventh and taking the mound for Brookline today, number 16, Jake Levin. Batting eighth and playing the hot corner, number 9, Sam Polgreen. Batting ninth and manning the backstop, number 15, Nathan Toretsky. And rounding out the lineup at the 10 spot, the second baseman, number 3, Donnell O'Neill. So that is the starting lineup for Brookline today. Silverman in right, Rothman at first, Villa in left, Martel at short, Golding in center, Engelman the extra hitter, Levin on the mound, Polgreen at third, Toretsky behind the plate, and O'Neill at second. It's my name, so you can just look up this name on YouTube.
Oh, I will.
All right, we've finished our warm-ups, and it's time to get this semifinal underway. Jake Levin starting on the mound for Brookline. He'll face the Waltham leadoff hitter, number 23, the second baseman, Nick LaForest. Like I said, these two teams, they've faced off against each other plenty this year. We've got 3 games worth of data to work from. Nick LaForest himself, he is 1 for 8 with a walk, a strikeout, a run scored, and is 2 of 3 on stolen base attempts against Brookline this season. Here we go with the first pitch. Comes in high for ball 1. Count is 1-0. The pitch from Levin comes in low. That's ball 2. The 2-0 pitch now. That's in there for strike 1. 2-1 now, the count to LaForest. Here's the pitch. And that catches the high corner for strike 2. Levin fighting his way back in the count. Levin now sets. The 2-2 pitch. That one comes in low for ball 3. We're starting this game off with a full count. The payoff pitch. And a reach out and a foul from Nick LaForest. He stays alive. In their last matchup, Nick LaForest finished 0 for 3 with a strikeout. As I said, he's got just 1 hit against Brookline so far this season, but he's looking to get on base to start things here. Payoff pitch number 2. He reaches out and fouls it again. This one's going to go out of play. And out onto the street and into the adjacent park. So back-to-back foul balls. Nick LaForest giving Levin a fight here to start this one off. Now payoff pitch number 3, and another foul ball. LaForest isn't giving him anything. Levin is hitting the strike zone, but LaForest isn't giving him anything to finish this at bat. Count remains 3-2 after 3 straight foul balls by LaForest. Levin delivers again. He reaches out and pops it up. This one's going to stay in play. It's being tracked by Rothman, and he's got the catch for out number 1. You know, if I'm Brookline head coach John Busey, I like that first at bat. Levin threw 3 balls, yes, but despite the 3-ball count, he kept throwing strikes. He threw 4 straight strikes despite the incessant foul balls, and he got the out. Now batting for Waltham, the left fielder, number 2, Connor Scafidi. Scafidi takes the first pitch high for ball 1. Scafidi against Brookline this year, he is 2 for 6 with a walk, a strikeout, a steal, and 2 RBIs. Count is 1-0. Levin's pitch comes in high for ball 2. Second straight batter where he's thrown 2 balls to open the at-bat. The 2-0 pitch. That one's in there for strike 1. I overheard Brookline head coach John Busey saying he told Levin that for this game he wants to see the bulldog that he was on the mound last year. As he delivers the 2-1. Contact here, and that's going to go foul down the left field side. Last year, Levin was a very effective pitcher for Brookline for much of the summer. He hasn't been quite as dominant since then, but Coach Busey believes he's still got that in there somewhere, and we'll see if he delivers it here. The 2-2 pitch. That one skips in low, and it actually hits his feet. That's going to be a hit-by pitch. So Scafidi gets the free pass down to first, and it'll be a runner on first with one out. Due up for Waltham will be the catcher, number 5, Ian LaForest. And I see we've already got our first comment in the live chat from John Kim. Let's go Brookline. Of course, John Kim, a member of the Brookline team last year. His family moved out to California, but he's been staying up to date on what his former teammates have been doing this season. Happy to hear from you, John. First pitch to LaForest, and he slices it high. This is going to stay in play. It's being tracked by Toretsky, and he drops it. So LaForest gets a break there, and it'll simply be an 0-1 count. Scafidi leading off first. One out here in the top of the first inning. 0-1 is the count to Ian LaForest. Runner takes off, pitches in there for strike 2. The throw down to second. Oh, it was close, but juggled by the fielder. Scafidi steals his way into scoring position. Throw was pretty good from Nathan Turetsky, but just a little too hard for Donnell O'Neill to collect it cleanly for the tag. 0-2. And this one's a grounder, heading up the middle, fielded by Martell at short, thrown to first, and they got him in time. LaForest brought the wheels to try and run that one out, but a quick throw by the shortstop Jack Martel makes it 2 outs. Scafidi advances to third, so the first run of the game is now just 90 feet away for the cleanup hitter, number 8, Trent Fucci. First pitch, and he hits a dribbler. It's down the right side, taken by Rothman, tossed to first, and Levin covers well for the third out of the inning. Waltham gets a runner to third in the top of the first, but they leave him stranded there. And so with no score, we get ready to go into the bottom of the first. Brookline will be sending its 1, 2, 3 hitters, Silverman, Rothman, and Villa. They'll be taking on Waltham starting pitcher Michael Cobb. Cobb has made 2 appearances against Brookline so far this season, not in the playoffs. He started one game and came in relief in the other. Over the 5 innings he's pitched from those 2 outings, no runs allowed on 3 hits and 2 walks with a whopping 9 strikeouts. So he's averaging almost 2 strikeouts an inning against Brookline this season. We'll see what the Southpaw has in store for us today. Due up will be Silverman, Rothman, and Villa. Against Waltham this season, Silverman is 2 for 8, Rothman 1 for 9, and Villa 1 for 6. Silverman has been the most explosive. He's gotten both a double and a triple against Waltham this year, along with a walk, a strikeout, a steal, a run scored, and an RBI. Rothman has simply gone 1 for 9 with a strikeout, while Villa has been 1 for 6 with 2 walks, a hit by pitch, a strikeout, and an RBI. That in the 3 games they've played against Waltham this season. Like I said, some pretty tight matchups between these 2 teams throughout this year. The first 2 in the regular season were some real defensive dead heats. And even the playoff game, despite there being 10 runs scored between the 2 teams, both teams only put runs together in 2 innings. And ironically, the same innings. Waltham has scored 3 in the top of the second. Brookline responded with 4 in the bottom of the second. Waltham scored 1 in the top of the 6th to tie things up, but then Brookline put 2 runs on the board in the bottom of the 6th to get the winning runs. Coming to the plate for Brookline now, the right fielder, number 0, Andrew Silverman. I see we're already experiencing some buffering in the live stream. My apologies to those watching the live stream. The Wi-Fi's a little iffy out here in Watertown, but I will be putting up a full recording with no buffering after this game is over. In the meantime, Cobb sets for his first pitch. In there for strike one, Cobb attacking immediately. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a connected. It's a grounder over to third. This might be a close play at first, and he beats it. On the high throw, Mullane could not come down in time. Gravity was not on his side. That'll be an infield single to start things off for Andrew Silverman. No such thing as a routine grounder here in the Lou Tompkins All-Star League. And so now with a runner on first and nobody out, up comes the first baseman, number 10, Eli Rothman. First pitch again is in there for a strike. Cobb has thrown 3 pitches for 3 strikes so far this outing. No, he throws back to first. Brookline base runners are going to have to be careful against Cobb. As a southpaw, he can make a quicker move for a pick off at first. He doesn't have to turn around. Count still 0-1. Pitch, that comes in high for ball 1. Rothman hitless so far in the postseason, 0 for 6 with a walk, a strikeout, and a stolen base. He faces a 1-1 count here. Pitch, big swing and a miss. That'll be strike 2. Cobb showing the power of his heater on that one. And now the count to Rothman is 1-2. Silverman dancing off the bag. And a swing and a miss, but it's dropped by the catcher. But with a runner at first, it doesn't matter. The swinging strikeout means out number 1. And up to the plate comes the left fielder, number 12, Daniel Villa. First pitch in there for strike 1. Just 1 ball thrown by Cobb. So far, he is attacking that strike zone early. Silverman leading off from first, and he throws back to first. Silverman recognized the move immediately. And credit to Silverman, just 2 pickoff attempts, and it seems like he's already picked up on some subtle move. Because I didn't see that one coming, but he sure did. Now the pitch, and that one's sliced foul and out of play. Count will be 0-2 to Villa. Of course, Villa's already delivered some postseason heroics so far. He got the big walk-off hit in the first game of the Tournament of Champions against Belmont. And now Silverman taking off on the 0-2. Ball is high for ball 1, and they dropped the tag. Silverman successfully steals second. Again, a great throw from the catcher. But again, the fielder receiving it just couldn't hold on. Curley couldn't hold on while trying to tag Silverman. Count is 1-2 to Villa with a runner on second. The pitch, he makes contact. It's a grounder, and it's a diving snag by Mullane. He's going to throw to the pitcher. He didn't make the tag! Villa just manages to dodge the outstretched glove of Cobb, and we have our second infield single of the inning. Waltham coach asking for a review of that one, and I don't blame him. That was a close play. I'm not sure if I moved the camera quick enough that it would be beneficial, even if I was able to give these guys instant replay. My apologies for that. If this call stands, it'll be runners at the corners with 1 out for the cleanup hitter, Jack Martel. And they did reverse the call. So instead, it'll be a 3-1 ground out. Silverman remains at third, but now there are 2 outs and only 1 runner on as now Coach Busey talking with the umpire about the overturned decision. What happened was the first baseman, Dylan Mullane, had to dive for it. He kind of hesitated to attack the ball, and then once he attacked it, he had to throw off his knees, basically, for Cobb, who had hesitated going to cover first. Silverman dancing off third. The first pitch to Martel catches the high corner for strike one. Jack Martel against Waltham this season. He's 3 for 9 with 3 strikeouts and has been caught stealing once. The 0-1 just misses outside. That'll be ball one. Martel got all 3 of his hits earlier this week. He went 3 for 3 against Waltham 2 days ago on Thursday, but could not score any of those times. This one he fouls off, and that'll be a 1-2 count. Brookline has yet to hit a ball out of the infield so far today. In fact, neither team has hit a ball out of the infield yet. Both teams still looking for that first big swing. Count is 1-2 to Martel. 2 outs, runner at third. The pitch comes in high for ball two. Andrew Silverman is dancing off that third base bag. Thing is, well, he's got to be a little more cautious at first base with this southpaw pitcher. He can be a little more aggressive leading off from third than he would against a righty pitcher. It works both ways. The 2-2 pitch comes in low, well covered by LaForest, and that'll be a full count. Cobb was getting ready to charge for the plate in case that ball got past his catcher, but LaForest a good job keeping it in front of him. Count is full to Martel. Pitch, swung on and missed. It's dropped by the catcher, and they're going to chase him down and throw to first, and that will end the inning. They caught Martel chasing. And so after 1 inning here at Victory Field in Watertown, Massachusetts, the score, Brookline 0, Waltham 0. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Once again, I apologize for the tricky Wi-Fi connection here in Waltham. I promise I'll put up a full recording of this after the fact that shouldn't have the buffering. So look forward to that later tonight. And in the meantime, get however much you can out of this live stream. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, and I'll be back with the second inning after a brief mute break. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Victory Field in Brookline, Victory Field in Watertown, Massachusetts. Brookline's just one of the teams playing. They're playing against Waltham here. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, bringing you live coverage of the top of the second inning of this Lou Tompkins All-Star League A-Division semifinal. First pitch to Dylan Mullane is low for ball one. We are scoreless so far. Jake Levin returns to the hill for his second inning of work for Brookline, while the first baseman, number 13, Dylan Mullane, has his first at bat. And the second pitch is ball two. Mullane this year against Brookline in 3 games, or rather in 2 appearances, he is 3 for 6 with a strikeout, a steal, and 2 RBIs. The third pitch is in there for strike one. Count is now 2-1. Mullane, of course, made that nice diving grab to get Daniel Villa out on a grounder. This pitch comes in over his head. That'll be ball 3. Both teams got a runner all the way to third base in the first inning, but neither one could bring their guy home. Waltham now on attempt number 2 to try and get something on the board. The 3-1 pitch comes in low, and we've got our first walk of the ball game. Mullane gets a free trot to first. And now coming up will be the third baseman, number 12, John Engelhardt. Engelhardt in 3 games against Brookline this year. He is 1 for 8 with a walk, 4 strikeouts, a stolen base, and 2 runs scored. Levin checks on Mullane and throws back to first, and he dives back safely. Mullane, as you can see, one of the taller players out there, so when he dives back to the bag, he barely needs to dive at all. Pitch. In there for strike 1 to Engelhardt. The winner of this game will take on the winner of today's earlier semifinal. That is top-seeded Medford. Pitch. And he's got good contact here, out to right center, being tracked, and it's going to drop in front of Golding. He barehands it, throws it back into the infield. They're going to try and gun him down at third, and it's not going to be in time. Well collected by Polgreen to prevent any further advancements. But we've got our first base hit of the day. A single to right center by Engelhardt moves a runner to third. And we've now got runners on the corners with nobody out. And coming to the plate will be the center fielder, number 9, Tyler Chiasson. Highly expected that Engelhardt will steal at some point during this at-bat to put 2 runners in scoring position. And he's taking off on the first pitch. Swung on a miss, strike 3, throw down to second. They cut it off and throw to third instead. And Engelhardt takes second base. Of course, with the threat of Mullane going for home, they couldn't make a committed effort to try and catch Engelhardt. So now, runners at second and third with no outs, a prime chance for Waltham. The 0-1 pitch to Chiasson is in there for strike 2. Levin attacking the zone. So far this at bat, he's got an 0-2 count. Pitch. That one comes in over his head. That'll be ball 1. Now the 1-2. That comes in low for ball 2. Chiasson has appeared in all 3 games against Brookline, but he's only started twice. He is 1 for 7 with a walk, 3 steals, and a run scored. He now faces a 2-2 count. Levin the pitch. He reaches out, bloops it into right. It's being tracked by Silverman. He catches it, runner tags, and decides to hold as Silverman throws a bullet back into the infield. All the runners hold. So it remains second and third, now with 1 out, as up comes the extra hitter, number 10, Travis Tyrone. First pitch. In there for strike 1. Tyrone against Brookline this season, he's appeared in 2 games with just 1 start. He's gone 1 for 4 with 2 steals. The 0-1, he gets contact. This is going to drop into center field. Runners are going to try and come in. 1 run is in. Golding throws it back into the infield, and Waltham is on the board. Dylan Mullane scores the first run. Engelhardt advances to third. It is now runners at the corners with 1 down. and Waltham leading Brookline 1-0. Now up is the shortstop, number 4, Will Curley. Levin checks on the runner at first. Again, likely he will steal. Pitch, and Tyrone takes off. Throw is in there for strike 1, and they just allow Tyrone to go. Oh, 0-1 the count to Curley. The pitch. He gets contact here, sends it out to right. Silverman is tracking it. He's got it. He's going to throw it back into home. And got him! Andrew Silverman with the rifle. Brookline gets out of the jam after giving up just 1 run, thanks to a cannon of an arm from Andrew Silverman in right field. And also a great catch and tag by the catcher, Nathan Toretsky. Can't forget about him. So we are through 1.5. And the score, Waltham 1, Brookline 0. Due up for Brookline as they try to come back from their 1-run deficit. It'll be the 5, 6, 7 hitters, Golding, Engelman, and Levin. I mean, they're the ones who hired me to do it, so yeah. Good to have you here, but rather happy with other towns too. I mean, hey, if they want to pay me, they can reach out to me. Michael Cobb returns to the mound for his second inning of work for Waltham. He now has a small lead to work with, thanks to the RBI single by Travis Tyrone that drove in Dylan Mullane. He almost had a bigger lead to work with as Will Curley hit what seemed to be a sacrifice fly to right, but a big arm from Andrew Silverman and a quick catch and tag by Nathan Toretsky stopped John Englehart from scoring what would have been the second run. So the score remains 1-0, and Brookline will be trying to get their offense going. We've got a couple more comments in the live chat from Brookline Warriors Baseball. Let's go, fellas. And from Jack Kiley, oh yeah, let's go Waltham. So we got fans from both teams here on this stream. And I love to see that. Wish the Wi-Fi could be a little better, but it is what it is. Like I said, I'll have an unbuffered recording posted later tonight. In the meantime, stepping to the plate for Brookline to start the bottom of the second inning, the center fielder, number 11, Brage Golding. Cobb sets. First pitch in there for strike 1. Golding in 3 games against Waltham, he is 2 for 8 with 2 strikeouts, a stolen base, and a run scored. The 0-1 pitch, and he hits this one high. It's into shallow right, being tracked and caught. A can of corn for Fucci out and right, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Now at the plate for Brookline, the extra hitter, number 2, Charlie Engelman. First pitch comes in low for ball 1. Engelman, of course, the hero of Thursday's contest. He had 2 big 2-run hits, drove in 4 runs total to lead Brookline to victory. Pitch here. He's got a hard grounder. That's going to go up the middle. That's going to be Brookline's first hit of the ball game. Charlie Engelman seems to just have a number on these Waltham pitchers. Now coming up is the Brookline pitcher, number 16, Jake Levin. And the throw back to first, and Engelman gets back easily. Engelman, of course, he has only managed to really appear in a couple of games for Brookline, and a lot of other games he's just appeared as like a pinch hitter or a defensive replacement late as the pitch comes into Levin and he fouls it off for strike one. See, the thing is, Engelman plays for another club team this summer, and so a lot of times he'd come to the games for this team and he would have just pitched either earlier that day or the day before for his club team, and he wouldn't have enough left in the tank to go out there. But late here, he's had the availability and he's proving effective as this pitch comes in high for ball one. Looking at the batter, Jake Levin, he is 0 for 5 against Waltham with a walk, a hit by pitch, a strikeout, and 2 runs scored. Currently, he has a 1-1 count. And another throw back to first. And again, Engelman trots back safely. Runner at first, 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Waltham leads Brookline 1-0. Pitch. He swung at one at his feet for some reason. I'm not sure what that was. Count is now 1-2. Bit of a gust whipping here in Watertown. Pitch. He swings and fouls it out of play. Count remains 1-2. It's a nice cool breeze, honestly, after the overwhelming heat we've had most of this week. Pitch. Just high for ball 2. Good eye from Levin. Cobb checks the runner a couple of times, and oh, he caught him! Caught him with the pickoff. He's in between the bags, and Engelman is going to be tagged out. Michael Cobb, with the savvy moves, he faked out Engelman. And so instead of a runner on first with 1 out, it's nobody on with 2 outs now for Levin as he faces down a 2-2 count. This pitch comes in high for ball 3. Now the payoff pitch, swung on and missed. Catcher drops it. Levin runs down to first, and he gets thrown out, and that's going to be out number 3. We are through 2 here at Victory Field in Watertown, Massachusetts. The score, Waltham 1, Brookline 0. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, bringing you live coverage of this Lou Tompkins All-Star League A-Division semifinal. And I'll be back with the 3rd inning of this game after a short mute break. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome back to Victory Field in Watertown, Massachusetts. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan bringing you live coverage of this Lou Tompkins All-Star League A-Division semifinal between Brookline and Waltham. We begin the top of the third inning with Waltham's number 6 Cody Eaton reaching out for a bunt and fouling it off for strike one. Eaton, the designated hitter today for Waltham, as they wanted their pitcher, Michael Cobb, to just focus on the mound and not come to the plate. Brookline's Jake Levin returns for his third inning of work. Waltham currently nursing a 1-0 lead. The 0-1 pitch swung on and missed, and that'll be strike two. Levin sets. The 0-2 pitch is fouled to the backstop, and that'll remain an 0-2 count. Surprisingly windy today in Watertown. The 0-2 pitch again, and he gets contact and sends it foul once again. The Waltham hitters are really making Levin work for these outs here today. Count remains 0-2 to Eaton. Levin delivers again, and he fouls it off his own dugout. 3 straight foul balls with 2 strikes. Count is still 0-2. Pitch, and he fouls it off again. He's hit 5 total foul balls, 4 straight with an 0-2 count. And they're going to get a replacement ball. Cody Eaton has appeared in all 3 games against Brookline so far, but only started twice. He is 2 for 5 with a sac fly, a strikeout, a stolen base, a run scored, and an RBI. He currently faces an 0-2 count, and this is going to be the 5th 0-2 pitch in a row he'll have seen after fouling off the last 4. Levin the pitch. That comes low and inside for ball 1. Levin now sets. 1-2, and another foul ball. You can hear, you might not be able to hear, but I can certainly hear the chattering from the Waltham dugout. They are loving this battle here with Cody Eaton. One and two, the count remains. Levin the pitch, and he hits a blooper, and it's tracked by Polgreen, and that'll be out number 1. So Levin gets the job done despite a stubborn fight against Cody Eaton. And we cycle around now to the top of the lineup with the second baseman, number 23, Nick LaForest. First pitch in there for strike 1. LaForest, his last time up, he actually fouled off 3 straight 2-strike pitches before popping out to the first baseman. The 0-1 pitch, that one just misses for ball 1. The 1-1, and he gets contact into shallow right, and Silverman tracks it. Andrew Silverman has been a magnet out in right field. He, I believe, has already caught 3 foul balls today. Now coming up with 2 down, the left fielder, number 2, Connor Scafidi. Pitch, and he sends this first one foul down the first base side. Scafidi, his last time up was hit by a pitch. He stole second and advanced to third on a ground out before being stranded at third base. Now he's trying to get on base here with 2 down in the top of the third. The 0-1 in there for strike 2. Levin has been hitting the strike zone pretty consistently this inning. Just 2 balls thrown out of, well, a number of pitches, most of them coming in that first at bat against Eaton. The 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed, and that's strike 3. Levin puts the Waltham hitters down in order. And now we move to the bottom of the third. Waltham still leads Brookline 1-0. And due up for Brookline will be the bottom of the order, batters 8, 9, and 10, Polgreen, Toretsky, and O'Neill. Thank you so much. Thank you. So while Waltham warms up, you can see Brookline huddling up. They want to get their offense going. They know that a good team like Waltham is only going to give them so many chances to come back, either before they run out of outs to give or before Waltham starts building on that lead. So they'll be looking for the bottom of the lineup to get something going for them here in the bottom of the third. For Sam Polgreen, this is his 4th game against Waltham, but his 3rd start so far against Waltham. He is 1 for 4 with 2 walks, a strikeout, a run scored, and he's been caught stealing once. For Toretsky, this is actually going to be his first appearance against Waltham. And for Donnell O'Neill, he's played all 3 games so far. He is 2 for 6 with 2 steals, a run scored, and 2 RBIs. Toretsky, typically a backup catcher for Brookline, but their usual starting catcher, Avery Melton, his family happened to be going on vacation this weekend. That's just kind of the unpredictability you get with a summer team. But so far, defensively, Toretsky has been stepping up to the task. He had that nice tag to end the 2nd inning. First pitch from Cobb to Polgreen, catches the corner for strike 1. Michael Cobb in his 3rd inning on the mound now. He's done a good job shutting down Brookline thus far. The 0-1 is fouled off the backstop by Polgreen. 0-2 now the count. Now the 0-2 pitch. And that one just misses. Polgreen really thought about it. Oh, no, they called it strike 3. I missed it. Slightly delayed call, but they do call strike 3. So Polgreen goes down looking on 3 pitches. And now with 1 out, coming to the plate to the catcher, number 15, Nathan Toretsky. First pitch, and he fouls it to the backstop, strike 1. Like I said, Toretsky has not faced Waltham so far this season. He's had some playing time here and there, but this is going to be his biggest game this season as he swings and misses there for strike 2. Last time he started, he had a pretty nice game against Reading Red in the regular season finale. The 0-2 pitch. That one just misses for ball one. One and two. Pitch and swung and a miss. 2 strikeouts to open the inning for Cobb. And Brookline in a 2-out hole early. Now coming to the plate, the second baseman, number 3, Donnell O'Neill. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike one. Don't be fooled by Donnell O'Neill's spot at the bottom of the lineup. He's there strategically to almost be sort of a secondary leadoff man, someone who can set up for the top hitters. As that pitch comes in for strike 2. Cobb working at the speed of light this inning. 0-2, the count to O'Neill. Pitch, and he fouls this one off and stays alive. 10 pitches Cobb has thrown so far in the third inning. Only one of them has missed the strike zone. He's been attacking aggressively all game long, and Brookline hasn't given him any reason to feel wary so far, as that one curves in for strike 3. Michael Cobb strikes out the side. Brookline goes down in just 3 batters for the second inning in a row. And through 3 innings, the score remains Waltham 1, Brookline 0. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, live here at Victory Field in Watertown, Massachusetts, and I'll be back with the 4th inning of this contest after a short mute break. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome back to a windy Victory Field in Watertown, Massachusetts. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, bringing you the top of the 4th inning of this Lou Tompkins All-Star League A Division semifinal between Brookline and Watertown. Leading off for Waltham here in the top of the 4th is Ian LaForest. He fouls off the first pitch, and the wind's going to carry that out of play. LaForest, the catcher for Waltham, his last time at the plate back in the 1st inning, he grounded out to short. And he's looking to get something started here so they can expand on their 1-0 lead over Brookline. This pitch is a grounder over to short again, and it gets past Martel. LaForest reaches on the E6. And now with a runner on first and nobody out, up comes number 8, Trent Fucci. And Levin steps off the rubber. Give himself a second. This is Levin's 4th inning of work against Waltham. He checks on LaForest and fires. That first pitch comes in low for ball 1. Trent Fucci against Brookline this season, 3 for 7 with 2 doubles, 2 walks, a hit by pitch, a strikeout, 4 stolen bases, 2 runs scored, and an RBI. And a throw back to first to check on LaForest, and he gets back safely. So Fucci's been filling up almost every column in the box score against Brookline this season. And this one, he gets a piece of it, and that'll be strike 1. His last time up, Fucci grounded out to first, a 3-1 ground out that ended the first inning. He left Connor Scafidi stranded at third in that situation. Now he comes up with a runner on again, but this time he's on first. Runner takes off, the pitch is in, throw down to second's a little high and is not going to get there in time. Now I didn't quite see what the umpire's call on the pitch was, but I think it was called high for a ball, so I think it's a 2-1 count, but I might be wrong. It might be 1-2. Pitch. That one goes over Toretsky's head. LaForest is going to get a free pass down to third. So I believe it's a 3-1 count. The pitch, he gets contact here, grounded over to Martel, holds the runner, throws to first, and that's going to be the first out of the inning. So 1 out and a runner still at third. Up comes the first baseman, number 13, Dylan Mullane. Mullane, his last time up, drew a walk and later came in to score on an RBI single by Travis Tyrone. That so far is the only score of this ball game. First pitch misses just outside for ball 1. Waltham with another good chance to score here. Ian LaForest stands at third. Pitch gets a contact. It's a dribbler over to Rothman. He's going to throw for home. The tag, and he's out. Mullane grounds into the 3-2 fielder's choice. He gets to first safely, but LaForest is thrown out at home. So 2 outs now and a runner at first. And up comes the third baseman, number 12, John Engelhardt. Engelhardt, his last time up, he hit a single to right center. As Mullane takes off on this pitch, it comes in low. The throw to second is way off course. No chance to catch Mullane there. So now a runner at second with 2 down for Engelhardt, who got a single to right center his last time up that moved Mullane from first to third. He's hoping to move Mullane again. That pitch misses for ball 2. Of course, Engelhardt had a chance to score himself on a sac fly by Will Curley, but he got tagged out at home. Now a throw back to second does not catch Mullane. So already the Brookline defense has caught 2 Waltham runners at home to keep their lead narrow at 1-0. Count to Engelhardt is 2-0. He gets good contact here. That's up the middle, fielded by Golding, and they're going to hold him at third as they gun it home. Engelhardt's going to advance to second on the throw. Engelhardt, his second hit of the day. So it'll be now second and third with 2 outs Another prime chance to score with number 9, Tyler Chiasson at the plate. First pitch. Catches the zone for strike 1. Chiasson, his last time up, he flew out to right in the same exact situation, except for the out count. This one he fouls out of play for strike 2. It is Mullane at third and Engelhart at second. The second time that Chiasson's been up at the plate with that exact scenario. Only last time he was up there with no outs. This time it's 2 outs. And he's facing down an 0-2 count. Levin steps off the rubber. Can he get out of another jam? The 0-2 pitch comes in low. Couldn't get Chiasson to chase that time. Count is now 1-2. Levin sets. The 1-2 pitch. That one comes in over Toretsky, and they're going to go for home, and they're going to score. Toretsky trying to argue with the official that the ball got lost in the netting. I mean, I feel like if it's out of play, I mean, I don't know what the rule for something like that would even be. So Mullane scores again. Engelhart down to third once again. And Waltham now with a 2-0 lead. Chiasson with a chance to make it 3-0 if he can get a base hit. Count is 2-2. Pitch almost hits him. That's going to be ball 3. Levin's had some real problems with his control this inning. 2 wild pitches that have proved costly. Engelhart dances off of third. And a throw back to third. Polgreen wasn't really covering the bag, so no real chance to catch him there, just trying to keep the runner honest. Full count, 2 outs, runner at third for Chiasson. Payoff pitch, swung on and missed, and that'll be strike 3. So Levin gets out of the inning, but not without some damage. Waltham puts another run on the board, and they are now up 2-0. For Brookline, we're going to be cycling back to the 1, 2, 3 hitters. And the bottom of the 4th, that'll be Silverman, Rothman, and Villa. Last time those 3 came up to the plate, Silverman got an infield single to third. Rothman struck out swinging. Villa initially seemed like he got an infield single to first, but then an official review overturned that into a 3-1 groundout. Brookline offense will be trying to get something going against Michael Cobb, who has got 3 shutout innings to his name so far. And that is on top of the 5 shutout innings he already had to his name from his past 2 appearances. As Cobb started the first regular season matchup between these 2 teams that was in Brookline. Unless I'm mistaken, he pitched 4 innings as the starter and shut Brookline down. Then he came in for 1 inning of relief to close things out against Brookline in Waltham, their second regular season matchup, and he got out of that last inning unscathed to earn the save. Now he's trying to earn the win again, and if he can finish this inning, he will officially be on the hook for the win if results do not change. But now hoping to start a change to those results for Brookline, the right fielder, number 0, Andrew Silverman. First pitch, misses outside, ball 1. Like I said, Silverman 1 for 1 today with a infield single to third. The 1-0 is fouled off for strike one. Count is 1-1 to Silverman. Cobb sets, delivers, and sliced foul out of play. 1-2 will be the count to Silverman. In the postseason, Silverman so far 1 for 7 with 2 strikeouts, a stolen base, and an RBI. Or 2 for 8, I should say. He hits a grounder here, fielded by Mullane. He's going to run for first and take it himself. Credit to Silverman, he was running that one out, but not much of a chance when you ground it right to first. Now at the plate, the first baseman, number 10, Eli Rothman. Rothman still searching for his first hit of the postseason. First pitch comes in, catches the corner for strike one. Rothman so far 0 for 7 with a walk, 2 strikeouts, and a stolen base. This pitch, he gets contact but sends it foul down the first base line. So he's in the hole early, 0-2. The 0-2, and he slices it foul again. Rothman stays alive at 0-2. We got another comment, another couple of comments in the live chat from Jamie Schumacher. Roll Hawks, baby. I assume he's referring to Waltham as he's one of the Waltham players. And from Nico Bass, go Brookline. This pitch misses high and outside for ball one. Cobb sets the 1-2 pitch. Did he hold? They say he held. Trying to appeal. First base, the infield ump says, no, he did not swing. Rothman just barely managing to check it there. Count will be 2-2. Pitch gets contact. It's a hard grounder up the middle. That's going to go into the outfield, and that's going to be Rothman's first playoff hit. The single up the middle puts a man on first with 1 out for the left fielder, number 12, Daniel Villa. Pitch in there for strike one. Villa, his last time up, hit a weirdly placed grounder between first and second that Mullane ultimately had to dive for and then throw to Cobb, who made the tag. Strike two, dropped for a second by LaForest, but Rothman did not go. Count is 0-2. 1 out, runner at first. Pitch makes contact but sends it foul to the backstop. Villa stays alive. Count remains 0-2. The 0-2 comes in high, and that's going to be ball one. LaForest thought about the throw to first, but Rothman went back. 1-2 the count. Next one comes in high. Count is now 2-2. Villa with the plate patience, working the count back up. It's now 2-2. Cobb with the pitch. Rothman takes off, swung on a miss, strike three. Throw down to second, and the throw doesn't get there. Rothman takes second. But that will be 2 outs. So now with 2 outs and a runner at second, up comes the shortstop, number 6, Jack Martell. It's his second time coming up with 2 outs and a man in scoring position. He struck out swinging last time to end the first inning, stranding Silverman at third. First pitch, big swing and a miss. That'll be strike one, and a throw back to second. They do not catch Rothman. Count is 0-1 to Martel. He's got a runner at second with 2 outs, and his team trails 2-0. Cobb delivers, and he gets contact here. It's a high bouncer. Over to second, taken by LaForest and thrown to first, and that ends the inning. We are through 4 here at Victory Field in Watertown, Massachusetts. And Waltham holds a 2-0 lead in this Lou Tompkins All-Star League A-Division semifinal. As I said earlier, the winner of this game will go on to the division finals to face off against the winner of today's earlier semifinal. That was top-seeded Medford, who defeated Reading Black in the other semifinal. Medford, of course, the defending champions, who defeated Brookline in the finals last year 4-1. So Brookline would love an opportunity at payback there, but they've got to get past a very tough Waltham team to do it. Once again, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, bringing you coverage of this Lou Tompkins All-Star League A-Division semifinal. If you're enjoying the video, even despite the Wi-Fi struggles on this live stream, feel free to hit that like button. Remember to subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on things. Feel free to participate in the live chat or to post comments after the fact. You can also follow me on social media. Links to my Facebook and Instagram accounts are in the description below, as is my email address if you want to reach out to me about covering a game outside of my normal coverage schedule, or if you'd like to commission a special video from me. But in the meantime, we've got more baseball to play. Starting the top of the fifth, I should say. Starting the top of the fifth will be the extra hitter, number 10, Travis Tyrone. First pitch from Levin is inside for ball 1. Tyrone got an RBI single to center his last time up. His team now has one more run as he takes a pitch low for ball 2. The score, Waltham 2, Brookline 0. Levin sets the 2-0 pitch. That one misses as well for ball 3. Levin started to lose some of his control last inning, a couple of costly wild pitches, one of which brought Waltham's second run home. Pitch here. That'll be strike 1. So a 3-1 count now to Tyrone. Pitch. In there again, Levin battling back to a full count. He sets. Payoff pitch. Gets contact, a little dribbler over to first, taken by Rothman, and he'll take it himself for out number 1. Now coming up, the shortstop, number 4, Will Curley. His last time up, he hit what looked like it might be a sacrifice fly to right field, but then Engelhart was gunned down at home, so it turned into a double play. This pitch, he slices high. It's going to stay in the infield. Rothman is under it, and he's got the catch for out number 2. Everything coming Rothman's way this inning. Now coming up will be the designated hitter, number 6, Cody Eaton. First pitch, and he makes contact on the first pitch. Over to Martell. He trips a little, but makes the throw and makes it in time. So a 6-3 groundout ends the top of the 5th. Waltham goes down in order, and Cody Eaton with a much shorter at-bat than he had last time. When he led off the top of the 3rd, he fouled off 6 total pitches, including 5 foul balls in 2 strike counts. His at-bat lasted 9 pitches before he popped out to 3rd, but this time makes contact into the field of play on the first pitch for a 6-3 groundout. For Brookline, it'll be the 5, 6, 7 hitters, Brage, Golding, Charlie, Engelman, and Jake Levin, trying to get things going. They still have not got on the scoreboard. The score, Waltham 2, Brookline 0. Michael Cobb has been very effective holding Brookline off the scoreboard, and as he returns for his 5th inning of work, he is currently on the hook for the win if results do not change here. He has completed enough innings to qualify, as he's now pitched 4. So even if a relief pitcher does come in, the win would still belong to Cobb if Brookline cannot come back. After the throw down to second from the catcher, we are now ready to get this started. The last time these 3 came up to face Cobb, they ended up finishing it in 3 batters. Golding flew out to right. Engelman got a single up the middle, but then was caught on a pickoff move by Cobb. And then Levin struck out swinging. First pitch to Golding, catches the outside corner for strike 1. Cobb, the 0-1 pitch. That one catches the corner as well, strike 2. Cobb has been nothing short of masterful hitting the strike zone today. He's been very aggressive and very accurate with his pitches, and it's served him well so far. The 0-2 to Golding, he makes contact, and it's fouled on the first base line. So Golding stays alive. The count remains 0-2. Cobb sets another 0-2, and again Golding manages to get a piece, and he stays alive. Count remains 0-2. Golding now having a meeting with Coach Busey, and now he returns to the box. The 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed, and that'll be strike 3. Eight strikeouts so far for Cobb today, as he now faces Engelman, who swings and misses at the first pitch. So through 4 1/3 innings, 8 Ks for Cobb. The 0-1 pitch in there for strike 2. Cobb's been a strike machine. He now has 17 total strikeouts against Brookline this season. Pitch, and there's another one. Engelman goes down on 3 pitches. Cobb is looking invincible today. Now coming to the plate, 2 down, nobody on, is the Brookline pitcher, number 16, Jake Levin. First pitch comes in high for ball 1. Not often you see a first pitch ball from Cobb. I'm going to have to look and see how many times he's done that. And now he throws a strike. 1-1 the count. The 1-1 swung on and missed. That'll be strike 2. Only 3 times has Cobb thrown a first pitch ball against Brookline today. Now the 1-2 to Levin, swung on and missed. He strikes out the side again. Michael Cobb is being an absolute monster today. Again, let's count them up. 3 strikeouts in the 5th inning, 1 in the 4th, 3 in the 3rd, 1 in the 2nd, and then 2 in the 1st. Ten strikeouts for Michael Cobb in 5 innings of work today. He has already surpassed the number of strikeouts he had against Brookline in each of his previous 2 outings that also lasted 5 innings. He's now got 19 total strikeouts in 10 total innings of work against Brookline in 3 appearances and 2 starts. And he's on track to get his 2nd win against Brookline this season. We're through 5. Waltham 2, Brookline 0, here in the Lou Tompkins All-Star League A-Division Semifinals. It'll be the 1-2-3 hitters for Waltham here in the 6th. Nick LaForest, Connor Scafitti, and Ian LaForest. Jake Levin returning to the mound for his 6th inning of work. First pitch to Nick LaForest is in there for strike 1. You know, it's got to be tough for Levin because really he's had a solid outing. But it's hard to match up against a pitcher being as dominant as Cobb has been tonight. The 0-1 misses low and away for ball 1. Levin has thus far pitched 5 innings. He's given up 2 runs. This pitch, it's a dribbler. Picked up by O'Neill, thrown to first, and that's going to be out number 1. So 1 down, and up comes number 2, Connor Scafitti. First pitch in there for strike 1. Scafitti, his last time up, he struck out swinging to end the 3rd inning. This pitch, he gets good contact, but right at Martel, and Martel is going to gun him down at first for out number 2. Two down and nobody on, and up comes the catcher, number 5, Ian LaForest. Ian LaForest so far today, He has grounded out to short. Well, he's hit a grounder to short twice. Once he grounded out and once he reached on an error as he takes ball 1 high. LaForest was thrown out at home in the 4th inning after reaching on the error on a fielder's choice. Pitch, and he slices this one high and foul and out of play and into the bleachers. So it'll be a 1-1 count. Now the 1-1 pitch. Good contact out to left. Villa's chasing it. If that drops fair, it does not. It drops foul. Man, with how dark it is out, making those fair foul calls that far out and left has got to be tough. Count is 1-2 against LaForest. Levin the pitch. He gets contact right back at Levin. He throws to first, and that's going to end the inning. Levin sends them down in order, but Waltham remains in the lead. We're going to the bottom of the 6th inning. The score still Waltham 2, Brookline 0. Pitcher's duel. A lot of 1, 2, 3 innings. Ten Ks for that lefty so far. Due up for Brookline this inning will be the 7, 8, 9, or no, they will be the 8, 9, 10 hitters due up. Polgreen, Toretsky, and O'Neill. Michael Cobb returns to the mound for his 6th inning of work. He has been dominant. No runs allowed, 10 strikeouts. I don't think he's dealt a free pass of any kind so far. He gave up 1 hit in the 1st inning, a 2nd hit in the 2nd inning, a 3rd hit in the 4th inning, and that's it. 3 hits, no walks, no hit by pitches. Brookline's had 3 base runners all game and has not managed to bring any of them home. So Brookline is going to try and get some better results, starting with a pinch hitter. Leading off for Brookline is going to be a pinch hitter, number 21, Justin Liu. Not often you're going to see a lefty pinch hit for a righty when facing a southpaw pitcher, but Brookline trying to bring something different here late in this game. First pitch to Liu comes in the dirt for ball 1. Liu so far has only 1 other at bat this postseason. He is 0 for 1 in the playoffs so far. The 1-0. That comes in low and away for ball 2. Pretty rare that you see multiple balls thrown by Cobb tonight, as he now delivers the 2-0. Catches the zone that time for strike 1. Cobb sets the 2-1 pitch. That one misses as well, 3-1. Now the 3-1 pitch. And that one comes in high for ball 4. So right after I said that he hasn't dealt a free pass all season, he deals one there. And now Brookline has a runner on first and brings up another pinch hitter. This is number 54, Ryan Kravitz. First pitch misses outside for another ball. Not sure what's happening with Cobb here, but these pinch hitters are somehow getting a bunch of pitches outside the zone. Pitch. That comes in high, ball 2. 2-0 the count to Kravitz, who is hitting for Nathan Toretsky. And a throw back to first to check on Lou, and he dives back safely. A good read on the pickoff move there by Justin Lou. Pitch, and it's fouled off a pole. And that's going to be strike 1. Not often you're going to see a foul ball ricochet off a pole and bounce back into the field of play. But either way, still a foul ball. 2-1 the count. Lou leads off from first. Count is 2-1 to Kravitz. This pitch comes in and catches the high corner for strike 2. Count is 2-2 to Kravitz. That pitch is in there for strike 3. And we've got our third straight pinch hitter for Brookline. This is number 7, James Redding. He'll be hitting in place of Donnell O'Neill. 1 out. Justin Lou stands at first. And Cobb steps off the rubber. Cobb, I think, has thrown more balls this inning than he has the entire rest of the game. Pitch, and a late swing by Redding sends it foul. That'll be strike 1. Lou with a big lead off first. Pitch is fouled again by Redding, and that goes out of play. So Redding in the hole in this at bat, 0-2 the count. And we got a brief timeout for Brookline as Busey talks to Redding while first base coach Rocco Shorkey talks to Justin Lou. 0-2, still the count. And I'm not sure what happened there. Was that an official timeout? Did Redding call timeout? I was confused on that one. But either way, the pitch is not fired. Count remains 0-2. And he gets contact here, a hard grounder. That's going to go through the gap, and that's going to put runners on first and second. James Redding with the base hit. And there are now runners on first and second with 1 down as we cycle back to the top of the order. Waltham still sticking with Cobb as Brookline puts together what is so far its most productive inning. As we've got a pinch runner now coming in for Redding. Brookline trying to make things happen here as they put O'Neill back out there to run for James Redding. Of course, Redding was pinch hitting for O'Neill. So now at the plate is Andrew Silverman. First pitch to Silverman. And that gets away from the catcher, and Lou is taking off immediately. He is down to third, and O'Neill trots to second. Amazing. Brookline now has the tying run on second base with 1 out. A hit to the outfield could potentially tie this ball game. The pitch, and that one's a chopper over to the shortstop. He's going to throw to first. They've got Silverman for out number 2, but they've also got run number 1. Brookline is on the board as Lou scores, and O'Neill advances to third. Runner on third, 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th. The score, Waltham 2, Brookline 1. First pitch to Eli Rothman. He makes contact, bounces past the pitcher, into the outfield. This game is tied! Eli Rothman, the game-tying hit. Donnell O'Neill comes in to score, and this game is knotted at 2 apiece. Brookline getting it done with pinch hitters and pinch runners. As now coming up 2 outs and a runner on first is number 12, Daniel Villa. First pitch to Villa, big swing and a miss, and they throw back to first, and it gets away from Mullane. But since Rothman had to dive back to the bag, he could not advance to second on that one. It was well covered by Fucci out and right anyway. He might not have made it. Now the pitch, and that comes in high. Rothman is taking off for the steal, and he gets caught. So the 6th inning ends, and you can hear the crowds going from both sides now. This game is tied at 2 apiece. Now we get ready to start the 7th and final inning of regulation. If this game remains tied, then we'll be going into extras. Of course, last year in the semifinals, Brookline was facing Reading Red. They were facing Reading Red for the 4th time that year, and that game ended up going into extra innings. They ended up going 12 innings before Jasper Reed hit a ground rule double that drove in Rocco Shorgy for what turned out to be the game-winning run. Of course, Owen Roach, the relief pitcher, closed things out to preserve the win. And of course, Roach and Shorgy and Reed have now all aged out of this league. Shorgy actually the first base coach for Brookline this year. And it's funny, I was mentioning that fact to Eli Rothman last night, and he said, without missing a beat, I kid you not, that just means we're going to have new heroes this year. And seems like the man called his shot because he just drove in the game-tying run late in this one. We're all squared at 2 apiece. Going into the top of the 7th, it'll be the 4, 5, 6 hitters due up for Waltham, and it looks like Brookline is going to stick with their starter, Jake Levin. It'll be Fucci, Mullane, and Engelhardt. Mullane, of course, has scored both of Waltham's runs in this contest. First pitch to Fucci, swung on and missed for strike 1. Fucci so far today has grounded out to short twice. looking for his first hit here in the 7th. The 0-1, and he fouls it off for strike 2. Count is 0-2 to Fucci. We have some action in the Waltham bullpen. The 0-2 pitch, that comes in low for ball 1. It's getting exciting out here at Victory Field in Watertown, Massachusetts. Brookline and Waltham tied at 2 apiece with a trip to the finals on the line. The 1-2 comes in high, and that's ball 2. Pitch. That one just misses, ball 3. Fucci showing that plate patience here. He's worked from an 0-2 to a 3-2. The payoff pitch, and he connects on this one. It's a fly ball out to right. Silverman tracking it, and he's got it. Fucci made Levin work for it, but ultimately Levin did get out number 1. And that's really been the story of Levin's outing so far. He's had to work for a lot of his outs, but he's gotten them. Now up the first baseman, number 13, Dylan Mullane. Pitch, and he gets a piece of it for strike 1. Mullane so far 0 for 1 with a walk, but also 2 runs scored. He's reached base on a walk and a fielder's choice, and he's come in to score both times. He now faces an 0-1 count. Levin, the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. Fooled him with the off speed there. Mullane was way out in front of that pitch, and now it is an 0-2 count. Levin sets the 0-2. In there, strike 3. A big second out get for Jake Levin. Like I said, that's been the guy who's been deadly on the base paths for Waltham. He scored both of their runs. But after that strikeout, it's 2 outs with nobody on for number 12, John Engelhardt. Another tough out here. He's got 2 singles. First pitch curves in for strike 1. Levin seems to be riding the momentum that his teammates picked up for him with this late comeback. 0-1, good contact here, out to the outfield. Golding coming in, diving catch, and he's got it. Brage Golding displaying the wheels out in center field to put an end to the top of the 7th. Brookline is feeling it here as they get ready to make their attempt to try and win this thing. If they score here in the bottom of the 7th, they will earn a trip to the Lou Tompkins A-Division Finals against Medford tomorrow. It'll be the 3, 4, 5 hitters due up for Brookline. Daniel Villa will return to the plate after his at-bat last inning was cut short when Rothman was caught stealing second. After him will come Jack Martell and then Brage Golding, who just made that impressive catch. Waltham is sticking with Cobb here in the 7th inning. We saw some action in the bullpen, but they've decided to stick with their ace. He had a rough inning in the 6th, but before that he was untouchable. He had pitched 5 shutout innings, giving up 3 hits and no walks with 10 strikeouts. Before the 6th inning, where he had a walk, a strikeout, a single, An RBI ground out after a passed ball put a runner on third, and then an RBI single up the middle that drove in the game-tying run. Brookline 2, Waltham 2. Bottom of the 7th. Here we come. Once again, my name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, and I'm happy to bring you live coverage of this Lou Tompkins All-Star League A-Division semifinal between Brookline and Waltham. Whenever these two face off, you know it's going to be a tight contest. And now, stepping to the plate for Brookline to start the bottom of the 7th. This is number 12, Daniel Villa. First pitch. Misses outside, ball 1. The control that Michael Cobb was absolutely dominant with through the first 5 innings has started to slip a little bit, and Brookline took advantage last inning. Villa fouls this one to the backstop, and it is now a 1-1 count. Cobb, the 1-1 pitch. Big swing and miss by Villa. Count is 1-2. Villa's been the hero in the postseason already for Brookline. He got the walk-off hit against Belmont back on Wednesday. And he swings and misses here. That's strike 3. Cobb trying to get back in business here in the bottom of the 7th. He starts it off with a strikeout. Now coming to the plate for Brookline, the shortstop, number 6, Jack Martell. First pitch, catches the high corner for strike 1. Martell 0 for 2 today, a strikeout and a ground out. And this one he gets a piece of for a foul ball. That'll be strike 2. Oh and 2, the count to Martell. The pitch, big swing and a miss, and that's strike 3 again. Michael Cobb is back. Strikeouts 11 and 12 for the night. Could this be another inning where he strikes out the side? Now coming up, the center fielder, number 11, Brage Golding. First pitch, big swing and a miss. After that first pitch ball to start the inning, it's been 7 straight strikes for Cobb. He is back in attack mode. The 0-1, another big swing and miss for Golding. 0-2 now the count. Now the 0-2 pitch, and he gets a piece of it this time and fouls it off. Golding stays alive at 0-2. Golding struck out swinging to lead off the bottom of the 5th, and then before that he flew out to right to lead off the bottom of the 2nd. He now faces an 0-2 count. Pitch comes in high, and that's ball 1. Pitch came out of the catcher's hands, and you could almost see Golding jump a little. His instincts at a runner almost immediately told him to take off when the ball left the fielder's glove. 1-2 the count. And he gets a piece of it again to stay alive. 1-2 remains the count to Brage Golding. Pitch from Cobb, big swing and a miss, and he strikes out the side again. Cobb rebounds from a tough 6th inning and goes strikeout, strikeout, strikeout in the bottom of the 7th. I got 2 magic words for you folks. Extra innings. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan out here at Victory Field in Watertown, Massachusetts. And I'll be back with the top of the 8th inning of this semifinal contest after a short mute break. Stay tuned. Hello again. It's time for the top of the 8th inning of this Lou Tompkins All-Star League A-Division semifinal. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, and we've got a new pitcher for Brookline. Taking over for the starter, Jake Levin, will be number 6, Jack Martel. Levin moves to the shortstop position that Martel once held as the first pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch, strike 2. Tyler Chauson quickly behind 0-2 against the relief pitcher Martel. The 0-2 comes in low and he does not chase. That'll be a 1-2 count. This is Martel's 3rd playoff appearance, but they've all been in relief and Brookline has managed his innings. The 1-2 is fouled off and Chauson stays alive. Other defensive moves, as I said, Levin and Martel had a straight swap shortstop to pitcher, and Charlie Engelman takes over for Sam Polgreen at 3rd. The 1-2 comes in high for ball 2. Toretsky, the catcher, tried to do some framing work on that pitch, but ump didn't fall for it. 2-2 is the count to Chauson. The 1-2, the 2-2 rather, that comes in high and inside, and that's going to be ball 3. A full count to Tyler Chauson here in the top of the 8th inning. The payoff pitch, and it's fouled off again. Chauson stays alive. So far this postseason, Martel has pitched 4 shutout innings, giving up 5 hits and striking out 3. Those, of course, coming in 2 separate relief outings. This is now his 3rd straight relief outing this postseason. And he's got a full count to Tyler Chauson leading off the top of the 8th inning. Payoff pitch again. That dips in low, and that's going to be ball 4. Chauson did not chase. Except that's not Tyler Chauson. My mistake. I didn't see the jersey number. This is number 15. That is Luke Tripp, who gets the free pass down to first. I think this is number 1, Alex Morales, now pinching hitting as well. Shows bunt and fouls it. It goes off the catcher's face mask and out of play. So Morales, 2-2 top of the 8th. He is hitting for Travis Tyrone. An 0-1 count to Morales. And a throw back to first. They made it close, but Tripp dove back safely. Tripp leads off from first. And another throw back, and it was close again, but Tripp managed to dive back. Martel almost had him fooled there. You could see him starting to make a break for second, but he just managed to recover. 0-1 remains the count to Morales. Pitch this time, he shows bunt, pulls back, and Tripp gets to steal second. Toretsky juggled the pitch. And that allowed Tripp to get down to second. A 1-1 count to Morales. And we got a brief meeting of the umpires. I'm not sure. It looks like Busey's asking for a review of something. Is he asking for a review of the ball strike call? Is he asking for a batter interference call on that steal? Okay, they reverse, and they're going to call that second pitch a strike. It appears that's what he was appealing, and they did indeed overturn it. That's the second time we've had a call overturned today, one on each side. Regardless, Luke Tripp stands at second. 0-2 the count to Morales. The pitch comes in low, and that's going to be ball one. Waltham with a good chance to take the lead and the chance to win with a runner in scoring position and nobody out. 1-2 the count to Morales. The pitch comes in high and inside. That's going to be ball two. The Waltham hitters showing plate patience here, not chasing. Count 2-2 the pitch. He gets contact and fouls it down the right field side. And Morales stays alive. The Waltham hitters are making Martel work for these outs. Despite him going up 0-2 on each of the first two hitters he's faced, they have not gone down easy. And so far, none of them have gone down at all. 2-2 the count to Morales. Pitch. That misses high for ball three. Second straight hitter who has worked a full count against Martel. Payoff pitch, and he fouls it off and stays alive again. So the count remains full to the pinch hitter, Alex Morales, while Luke Tripp, who was also a pinch hitter, stands at second. It was pinch hitters that got things going for Brookline back in the 6th inning, and now Waltham trying to give them a taste of their own medicine here in the 8th. Martel, the payoff pitch, swung on and missed, and a big strike three for Martel. Finally got a batter to chase as Morales chased the high heat. Not sure if they're pinch hitting again with one out and a runner on second. Pitch misses just inside for ball one. Martel checks the runner and decides to turn around and throw to second. Tripp gets back easily. And it looks like they're sticking with the same batter this time. This is number 4, Will Curley, who's got the 1-0 count with a runner at second and one out. Martell the pitch, comes in high, gets out of Toretsky's glove. He chases it, throws down to third, not in time. Luke Tripp now just 90 feet away from scoring the go-ahead run for Waltham. And there's going to be a meeting at the mound for Brookline. They're bringing the whole infield in for this one. Martel has had a very up and down start. Luke Tripp fought his way to a walk, stole second, and is now advanced to third on a pass ball. Alex Morales gave a fight as well, but ended up striking out. And now Will Curley hoping to bring in the go-ahead run here. They come out of the meeting still with Martel. Catcher Nathan Toretsky sticks with Martel for a little bit longer. And now he's heading back to his position as well. Runner at third, one out, 2-0, the count to Will Curley. A ball in play could potentially score the go-ahead run. The 2-0 pitch misses outside, ball 3. A 3-0 count. Martel with the pitch, and that comes in high and inside. It's going to be a 4-pitch walk to Will Curley. Except, yes, that was Curley. So now coming to the plate, due up is Cody Eaton. And it looks like we got another pinch hitter. This is number 11, Drew Anderson. So a third pinch hitter and 4 batters, runners on the corners, 1 out. Pitch, Curley takes off on the first pitch. They throw down to second, and it gets away from Toretsky. Waltham has the lead. The throwing error on the steal. I don't think Toretsky was even trying to catch the runner. Luke Tripp comes in to score. Waltham is back on top, 3-2. One and 0 is the count, and that one comes in high for ball 2. Two and 0 the count. Martel checks the runner, turns around, goes for the pickoff. Didn't have a fielder covering that time. Pitch. That one misses for ball 3. The 3-0, and that misses, I guess one of the pitches that I thought was a ball was actually a strike, so I guess this is a 3-1 count. Three-one pitch, swing and a miss. That'll be strike 2. A full count to Anderson. We got some action going in the Brookline bullpen. Looks like Justin Liu is warming up. The payoff pitch swung on and missed, and that's strike 3. We cycle around to the top of the lineup with number 23, Nick LaForest. 2 outs, runner on second. Martel delivers, and this one's fouled out of play. Almost hits a guy walking his dog. That was almost some horrendous timing. 0-1, the count to LaForest. Pitch. Gets contact here. Up the middle. Fielded by Levin at short. Thrown to first. And they got him. A close play at first for LaForest. But the 6-3 ground out does end the top of the 8th. But Waltham does take the lead on a throwing error. They are up 3-2. Brookline down to their last chance again. Well, I can't right now. I'm using it as my camera. Oh, great. Thank you so much, sir. All right, as we get ready for the bottom of the 8th inning, we've got a new pitcher now for Waltham. This is number 5, Ian LaForest. So that means we have a new catcher as well for Waltham. I'm going to guess that it's number 7, Ty Connolly. Due up for Brookline, this inning will be the 6, 7, 8 hitters, Engelman, Levin, and Polgreen. But of course, Polgreen was pulled out. So that would be Justin Liu again. So Engelman, Levin, and Liu due up here for Brookline. Their last chance. As they trail 3-2 against Waltham. Just to add to the field of superstition, 3-2 is the exact result that Brookline won by in last year's semifinal that went to extra innings. Will history repeat itself reversed, or will Brookline mount another comeback? The first batter to try and answer that question is number 2, Charlie Engelman. First pitch from LaForest. He makes contact, a hard grounder, a diving catch by the third baseman, turns around, throws. What a great play to start. A great play at third by John Englehart. And Waltham is now 2 outs away from victory. Coming to the plate now is number 16, Jake Levin. He made such a valiant effort for 7 innings on the mound, left with a no decision. Can he deliver on offense? First pitch from LaForest is in there for strike 1. Now the 0-1, contact again, another grounder to the left side, fielded by the shortstop, juggled a bit, but thrown to first. That's out number 2. Brookline now down to their last out of the season. Coming to the plate is number 21, Justin Liu. Liu got the rally in the 6th inning going with a walk, and later came in to score the team's first run. He's now up with 2 down. First pitch just misses outside, ball 1. What a wild game it has been. The 1-0. That one catches the inside corner for strike 1. 1-1 the count to Justin Liu. LaForest the pitch. Big swing, and he chops it foul. 1-2 the count. Waltham 1 strike away from the finals. Brookline 1 strike away from going home. 1-2 the count to Liu. Pitch. That one misses high and outside, ball 2. 3-2 the score in favor of Waltham. The pitch, And that one misses low. That's going to be ball 3. Lou managed to check his swing. Lou is making LaForest work for this last out. 3-2, a full count. The payoff pitch from LaForest. That missed. That's a walk. These two teams making a sweat out here. Now coming up, I believe, is Toretsky. They had Kravitz pinch hit for him last time, but not this time, as the first pitch comes in, and that's going to miss for ball 1. A 1-0 count. Lou dancing off from first. And he takes off. Pitch is in there for a strike, but Lou is down to second. Throw goes into the outfield, but since he went for the diving slide, he could not try for third. That pitch was strike 1 to Toretsky. But for Brookline, the tying run is now in scoring position. The 1-1 pitch, and reaches out and fouls it off. That'll be strike 2. Again, Brookline down to their final strike. 2 outs. Justin Lou stands at second base. They trail Waltham 3-2. The 1-2 pitch comes in high. That's going to be ball 2. Two and two, the count to Nathan Toretsky. Can the catcher deliver here? The 2-2 pitch. That one comes in high for ball 3. A full count once again. The payoff pitch comes in low for ball 4. Brookline refuses to lay down. Runners now on first and second with 2 outs, and up comes number 3, Donnell O'Neill. There's going to be a meeting at the mound for Waltham. Brookline has been down to their final strike with each of the last 2 batters. A 1-2 count they faced, and they managed to work a walk from 4 straight balls pitched out of those 1-2 counts. Now Justin Lou stands at second. Nathan Toretsky at first. Up at the plate, number 3, Donnell O'Neill. First pitch. Swing in, he's got it connected. It's into center field, and it's caught. This game is over. Luke Tripp, who scored the game-winning run, makes the game-ending catch. For a brief second, it looked like Brookline would pull a miracle again, but the ball hung just too high. Your final score after 8 innings of play, Waltham 3, Brookline 2. Waltham now advances to tomorrow's Lou Tompkins A-Division Finals against defending champion and top seed Medford. Brookline's season comes to an end with this one. A strong season for this team. May not have ended the way they wanted, but you still got to be proud of a season like that. They managed to finish with the division's second best record, and then march their way into the semifinals again. Unfortunately, the magic just wasn't for them there. We have a few more comments coming to the live chat while I was so engrossed in this game. From David Schumacher, great season series between 2 evenly matched teams, parentheses, go Hawks. David, I could not agree with you more. This has been a fantastic series between these two teams. Every single one has been such a close, hard-fought contest with some really top-level play, and I don't think either team has anything to be ashamed of from this. From Jennifer Lightdale, go Brookline. I imagine the live stream watchers are a little bit behind where I am. And then from Kim Chung-sik, same as the last year's semifinal, go Brookline. Jesse, I hope you remember last year's semifinal. I do. How could I ever forget that game? And I will say this game delivered just as much excitement as last year's matchup, regardless of whether or not Brookline won. What a thrilling contest, and I really do hope these boys are proud of the efforts they gave out on this field today, even if things didn't end the way they wanted. Once again, the final score after 8 innings, Waltham 3, Brookline 2. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, and like I said, I'll have a better recording of this up later tonight without any buffering. In the meantime, just a reminder that you can like the video, subscribe to the channel, drop your comments, follow me on social media, links to Facebook and Instagram in the description. You can email me for requests of game coverage or any special video commissions. Email address is in the description as well. And in the meantime, for the last time this season, I'll wrap up your action here. Both teams went scoreless in the first inning, but then Waltham got on the board first. Dylan Mullane led off with a walk. A single to right center by John Engelhardt moved him to third, and then Engelhardt stole second. And then 2 batters later, Travis Tyrone hit a single to center that drove in Mullane for the first run of the game. They could have gotten the second, but on a fly out to right by Will Curley, Andrew Silverman managed to gun the runner down at home to end the inning with minimal damage. The score remained 1-0 for a while. Then in the 4th inning, Ian LaForest reached on an E6, stole second, advanced to third on a wild pitch, and then tried to come home on a grounder to first by Dylan Mullane, but LaForest was thrown out at home. Mullane, however, would eventually come around. He stole second, advanced to third on a single to center by Engelhardt, and then came in on a wild pitch to make it 2-0 before, again, Brookline got out of the inning with minimal damage. The score remained 2-0 for a little while there. Then in the bottom of the 6th, Brookline used pinch hitters to start getting things going. Justin Liu drew a walk to lead things off. Then after a strikeout, James Redding came up with a single through the left gap, due in part to Liu, the base runner, pulling the shortstop out of position. Donnell O'Neill came in to run for Redding after Redding was hitting for O'Neill. Andrew Silverman hit a grounder to shortstop, but before that, Liu and O'Neill advanced to second and third on a passed ball. So when Silverman hit his grounder to short, Liu was able to score, and O'Neill went down to third. Then Eli Rothman came up with a big 2-out hit up the middle to drive in O'Neill and tie the ball game. Neither team could score in the 7th, and so we went to extras. In the top of the 8th, it was pinch hitters getting it done again, this time for Waltham. Luke Tripp drew a walk to lead things off. He stole second, went to third on a passed ball, and then 3 batters later, when Will Curley was stealing second, a throwing error by the catcher allowed Tripp to score, which made it 3-2 before Brookline got out of the inning. Then in the bottom of the 8th, Brookline got a couple of base runners on, despite being put down to their final strike. 2 batters in a row. They both drew walks, put runners on first and second with 2 outs, but then a fly out to center ended the game. And that is your final result. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan from Victory Field in Watertown, Massachusetts. It's been my privilege to cover this team once again for the second summer in a row. My thanks go out to the entire organization, to head coach John Busey, his assistant coaches, Ian Rothman, Rocco Shorgy, and company. And of course, to the players themselves, you know, everybody's been so grateful, from the players to the parents and the coaches, for my calls, but you guys really made the job easy. You know, I never really had a boring game this season. This team has been a thrill to follow all year long, and it's been a privilege. So, gentlemen, hold your heads up high after another good season, and I'll see some of you back in the spring with BHS. But for now, for the last time, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, signing off. Thank you all for watching.